out of the race to the bottom instantly and set you apart with this super simple strategy that works in all niches, in all businesses, and is used by the big brands and the most successful, but actually very, very few people know about it. So really, this is a strategy that you can implement within minutes to a minimum cost and set you apart forever for real. So come along, this is transformative. So let's dig straight into it. So as you see here in the background here, where I am, we have the Dadpreneur Business Revolution system. And here on the bottom right, we have the Power Ecosystem. And we're going to speak about a vital part in the Power Ecosystem and how you can adapt your offers to fit with the Power Ecosystem and how that can set you apart instantly. So come along, it's going to be a very short and very intense training. So stay focused. Okay, let's dig into this. Yes. So the Power Ecosystem is right here. You see it? Awesome. And the Power Ecosystem goes from being a product or a service-oriented business to someone that offers a bigger variety, actually take care of a whole problem, a whole worldview that your client has as a pain point. So instead of offering copywriting, the idea is to offer the whole, say, the marketing or the writing content when it comes to the client engagement. So it's actually solving a bigger problem to a client instead of speaking about the service that you provide. You will understand it in a minute. Okay, so basically the Power Ecosystem, as an example. I'll give some examples to two completely different niches in the end. But first, we're going to create a product stack, and it's a bunch of different products that you put on top of each other. So usually when we compete, our clients, they look at you as a service provider and your competition, and they compare prices and references and so on. And to make it a bit more tangible, we can speak about, say, what should we take? Okay, take a software development company. So they are hired to develop, say, apps, right? They are hired to develop, say, Apple iPhone apps. So in this example, they have a price and a cost and a structure how they provide this. And today is a big market, so there are a lot of competition in this market. So they can charge per app, or they can charge per hour, or however they're doing it. And the point here is that there are thousands of people like that. But how they can instantly become different is by adding other kind of parts of products around this to make their offer irresistible for the clients. So the first part that we could have in the Power Ecosystem is education. So education can be many, many different things. And the part of education, this example of the app can, for example, be education on how to choose a great app developer. It can be education in the points you need to plan before you create your own app. It can be a guide of how you evaluate the success of your app, how you make it more successful, or any kind of these things. Or it can be how to build your own app. Infinite possibilities like that. And it can be in the form of, say, books, it can be in the form of white papers, it can be in short guides, it can be in the unknown secrets or in the biggest mistakes. Any kind of this kind of education is very, very valuable. And it's the things that in your service actually are not included because you're just, done for your service in this example. So by adding this piece of education solves a much bigger problem, and the benefit is also that you become the one that creates the platform of how to analyze the service providers in this area. And again, it works in any kind of service. Okay, second part that you can provide in your offer. So there's an app, there's education on the biggest mistakes to provide, and we can also provide systems. So example, a system can of course be an app. So if you're not working with, say, if you're working with social media marketing, you can provide the social media marketing app as a bonus. You do your service, you do your, say, Facebook ads or whatever you're doing, and you also add a service. Here's an app that can automate this process for you, and it's included. You get it for free for 6 months or whatever. So it can also be other kinds of software that can be for communication or for other kind of processes. So there are infinite numbers of softwares, and it can be that are really supporting the solution that you're providing. So it's very powerful to kind of provide systems that solves the problem that your solution is creating. So for example, if you have an app and you create apps for others, then it can be a system that analyze and track the conversion rate, and that's included. And what this will do, actually, it will create a longer term bond with you, and it will also help you to increase the need, because you can say if these numbers are below here, you need to up the game. So can you imagine, just if you put these three pieces together, you have an app development, you educate them, and you give them a system. Just like this, you revolutionize the game, and your offer is the same price point, but you add these two kind of as bonuses or add-ons or whatever you want to call it. Your offer becomes so much valuable. And what it's really about is shifting the focus from your service to the client's needs, to how you actually can help them and benefit them much greater. Are you ready for more? So third part, of course, we can add content. So content can be any kind of scripts, contracts, swipe files, for example. So if there are pre-made things that are very effective or frameworks to relate with the client or whatever it is, that they can kind of plug and play, that you have been using, then it's it's a big shortcut. So it can, for example, be a sales script, it can be a negotiation script, it can be swipe files, how to kind of market this app in the most effective way, or it can be, again, speaking about the construction company, for example, it can be the things to watch out for, or the basic contract that you give to the contractor, instead of always accepting their contract, for example. And again, the list is infinite, but really ready-made content you can just use off the board. And then we have service. So service can of course be, it can be, so the app is a service, or a product or service, you can call it both. But here we have done for you solutions can be added on top. So it can be, we take care of this kind of area in your business. It can also be coaching, it can be strategy creation, it can be creating a step-by-step plan, it can be an analysis of your business or a certain part of your business. And again, it works in any area. So if you're in landscaping, it can be the plan to create this, and you can get it for free, or you can get a 5-year plan of how to care for their apple trees, for example. But you're just there hired to do the trees, but it's very short work for you, and you can scale it very quickly, and the value is huge. Okay, and then we have contacts. So of course, in any kind of business, we know who are the supported people in a business. So it can be a list of people who can also support your clients in reaching their goal. And it can also be lists of contacts of businesses we kind of done for your product. So one with the systems, you can provide an app. It can also be a recommendation that this app or this partner can really enhance the value of your goal. Yes. The list of people, list of companies, recommendations, letter of recommendations, all these things are hugely valuable also, and no one is thinking and speaking about it. Yeah, so let's get into some examples. So here I will share with you two kind of product stacks that will make you invincible when it comes to negotiation and show your value so much higher than everyone else. So first is very simple, it's consulting. So here we have, the core service is a service-based business, right? Where you swap time for money. And then you can give a content piece that is, and how to understand a problem that the consultant is solving. And of course, with this, we give them the language to talk about this problem, and it could even be your own language, right? And then we can have a software that automates the process afterwards. You solve a bigger problem, and then you automate the follow-up of this. And you don't need to create these softwares. There are a huge amount of softwares. You can white label, you can private label, or you can just partner up and kind of sell a software for someone else and get a discount, right? And then education with industry updates. For example, you can send a monthly newsletter that actually has a value with like insight. It's only for your clients, and it has a value of, can be 19 to, I know others selling newsletters for $97 a month. So really, with the key insights that are really important to stay up to date, give them 6 months for free of this newsletter. So just imagine this, it makes you on top of the game, and just these three bonuses, these three add-ons, can be more valuable, more higher appeared value than the consultancy service itself. That's how powerful this is. Okay, let's go for the next one. And bam. So for example, here's an artist, and just to show you like biggest span in different kind of businesses where this works. So of course the product is a piece of art. It can be a sculpture, it can be painting, or anything else. And then number two, for example, I'm just playing around there, but number two can be an how-to guide. So if we work, if you work with the stone sculpture, it's a how-to guide how to make your first the stone sculpture, the 10 steps. It can be guided tools you need to make this yourself, for example. And not necessarily that everyone will want to do that, but you give them insight how you have made it, and it's pictures with you, and they connect to the process and get the ownership and the value of your core product art piece becomes so much greater by showing you how to. Yeah, and maybe some will do it also, and send you a picture of their ugly or beautiful stone sculpture. And it can also be material. So you can actually, it's like, here is this, I give you this most splendid stone sculpture, and here you get a kit with, a stone and a hammer or whatever you need, I don't know, to create your own sculpture. It's like, that's cool. Like, and you have the guides, you have the material, awesome. And then you can also, of course, have a course. You can have a local course, you can have an online course on how to become, a master stone sculpturist. And really, the added value of this, in this example, is it creates art piece, can even be super exclusive art. But the point is, in here we create an ecosystem where the environment where the customer is invited into is so much richer. So you become a part of their identity. They all by a sudden become an expert in stone sculpturing, and they start speaking about it, telling their friends about all these things they have learned and how amazing it is, and they're so proud of this stone sculpture because they actually understand it on a much deeper level. So you didn't only get a customer, you get a raving fan who's super excited and super grateful for everything you give to them. So again, this is the power ecosystem. This is part of the power ecosystem in the Dadpreneur Revolution business system. And play with this now. Take 5 minutes and write down some ideas. And some people, get like, oh, I'm gonna create this now course, this how to guide, you're gonna write this book. Like, don't make it very, very simple in the beginning and see what your clients react to. Make it so they say, wow, that's a really good add-on. Like, I didn't think about it. I would really love that. Do these things, and you don't even need to develop them before you sell them. You can sell them when the client says, wow, that sounds great, give it to me, I want it now. Then you can develop it. So don't make it too complicated, but really about it's your expertise, your knowledge where you are now. It's super, super, super valuable. So that's the power that we put into the power ecosystem. And then finally here, this is a part of the Dadpreneur Revolution business system, and it looks like this. It's a 9-step process. It's built on 3 different levels. So we have the foundation, the assets, and the scale. So this is a system that is built to put family first, basically generate great profits and be a fun business model that you love to work in. And it's designed so you don't have to sacrifice your family time for your business success. So it's a leverage business method, we call it. So you build up assets, and the assets give you and your clients the results, basically. Cool. So when you speak all about this ecosystem, for example, then we have the courses, and we have the how-to guides. You don't need to reinvent this all the time. You made it once, and you can just give it to them for free, like extra cost. If it's one person or 1,000 people, it doesn't matter. It's an asset that increases the value that you provide. So this is part of the power ecosystem. Get into action now. And basically, if you want to check these other 8 steps and dig deep into the power ecosystem, I'm really happy to help you. This is a unique strategy because most tactics are based on without the foundation, so you need to work so hard to make them work. Here we work with the foundation. So just imagine with the power ecosystem how all your offers would scale at a completely different level. So what if this thing sounds really cool, then just do this. You can send a PM, click the contact link here, send a PM, or there's also a link on how you can see the next step and get in connection, basically. But this is the Dadpreneur Revolution that is designed to build amazing businesses and help dads be the best version of themselves without any compromises. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, I wish you the very, very, very best.